tutorial, we will design this tutorial to learn AngularJS from two parts. One is our basic part and second one is our else part. So in basic part, we will cover directives, expression, filters, modules, controller and scopes. So the basic requirement to learn this chapter, we need to learn about something about HTML, CSS and JavaScript. This lecture, okay, this one is our Angular CDN. So there are two versions of Angular, like one is Angular.js, another one is Angular.main.js. So let me tell you, there are two things when you are working with production version or development version. So first I can tell you what is the production version and what is the development version. So development version, when we will take care about who will use this application, then we are talk about the development version of it. And under the production version, when we are using it and we are testing our application, then we are using our production version. So Angular.main.js is best for your product, for your development version. So let me guide you how we write our text. So here is a simple example of AngularJS. I can tell you each and everything. This is ng app is a directive. Let me tell you each and everything. What exactly the ng app and what is the use of it. All the things. Mm, okay. When I run this application, it will show me the result like this. When I enter the detail, it will show me that details. Okay. So here I can tell you all about the things what exactly they are. So first we will discuss about AngularJS directives. So AngularJS is a JavaScript framework. AngularJS extends the HTML attribute with the directives. Okay, it will extend the HTML attribute with the directive. Like this one is HTML attribute, and when we extend this attribute with some directive, ng app is a AngularJS directive. So what type of directive we are using here? First one is ng app, second one is ng model, one is ng model, third one is ng bind to bind the data, fourth one is my expression, this one, fifth one is my initiate, ng init, next is ng control, ng controller. Okay, so here we will discuss each and everything. So first we will start with these directives. So first is ng app. ng app is a directive which tell us the name of the application. Like if the name of my application is my app, then we will initiate or give a name to my app. So exactly the name of my application is my app. Here is ng model. ng model can get the information from HTML elements. Like here the value of HTML element is text and when we write something in this text area, it will goes to this ng model, and the name of this model is name. When we will print this model, then it will show us like this. So here is a same thing like this, or by, or you can write it by ng bind. So here is an example of both are the same things. I can write an example of ng bind also, where I use h1 tag. Okay, so ng bind is equals to the name of the model. So it will, and it will display the value of all the binds elements. Okay, let me skip this one and just run this application. When I write this one, when I write, so it will show me the both are working with the expression and as well as my ng bind. Okay, so here you will cover ng app. Here you will cover ng model, which can retrieve the value of HTML element, ng bind and expression. Okay, now I tell you ng init. What exactly the value of ng init? Like here, when I initiate ng init, okay, if I initiate some values like the last name, or I can write this one like this. Last name is equals to Tom. Okay, so here I initiate the value of this last name. When I bind the value like this, or I can write update this expression last name, then when we run this application, it will automatically show the value of Tom here. Okay, okay, let me run this application first. Here it will show the value of Tom. When we write this one, updated. So I'm able to show you each and everything here by this window. Okay, so here we will also cover init is a ng initiate. Okay, so here we will also do a new example. Before doing our ng control, we will do a new example, which is an object example. So let me finish it with a new application like this. So here is the name of my application is my app. When you are not using your controller, you can skip it. It's working. But everything which you want to add is in this app area. Okay. So here I initiate ng init a name of an object. So this is the syntax of init, and I just add the details. Person is an object. If you I already told you, when you are working with this application, you have to some knowledge about HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So this one is JavaScript object, nothing else, just a JavaScript object. We will write JavaScript object like this. First name by colon is with, then there is a comma separator. Last name is then James. Okay. So now we will print the value of this here. Name is equals to, what is the name? Like you are using it with this expression. When you are using it in this expression, you are write like this: person dot f name. It will show you the name of first name. When I update this, it will show the name of first name is Rid. Same we will cover like this. Okay. Same we will cover in bind like this. If I write it under the bind, same thing. I already told you both are the same thing. Ng bind. Inside this ng bind, I write person dot f name. Okay. And I update this, it will show me the name of Rid. Okay. Hope you will cover your chapter of directives very carefully. Like if you have any problem to write this code, then you can just uh, comment me about that things. And I also add this CDN link on my description area. So you will cover this CDN app from the description area also. So now second, we will discuss about the module. So let me skip this one. Okay, let me tell you about the module. This is a very basic and very interesting thing. What exactly the module? First, we will discuss what exactly the module. And module, sheet module. So these are the different things. First, I can tell you the both are the different things: ng model and ng module. Ng model is used to get the information from HTML element like text, select box. Okay, and ng module is a container. If you are learn about ng module, then you will cover your 50% part. So do it carefully. And one thing you will be notice that you will practice it. Okay. So what exactly the module is? Module is a container. This container is for control the application, or I can call it application controller. If I can create an application in my AngularJs app, then that application can be controlled by this module. Okay, or I can see here control is equals to module. Application control is equals to module. So here we will cover ng controller also. Okay. Then second thing, after doing these things, let me tell you what is this ng Angular. So this ng word can be come from these two words ng. It is a part of this Angular. Okay. When you skip this ng, then it is a notation of Angular. Okay. Let me note down these definitions and we will start our controller and modules. So here we will create a simple application. After that, with the help of that simple application, we will show you the data binding also, how the data binding will work. Okay, so I can write the name of my app is my app, and I also tell you when we add some modules, then there is a controller. I also add the name of a controller ng controller. This one is a directive. Like anything which is attached with ng is a directive. Ng app is a directive which is used to notify the name of the app. Ng controller is a directive which is used to notify the name of the controller of that app. Like I am using here my control. The name of my controller is my control. I already told you controller is directly proportional to module. So here I create a module for you. So first thing, when you are create your module, then there is a notice that the module is created under the script area. It will, because it will the part of only the part of JavaScript. So you should take care that you can enter it in separate file and just save that file with that .js extension, or you can do it because we are working in a small application, so I can do it, embed it in the same page. You will do it in separate file and just link that file to this HTML page. Okay, so first here is a syntax of that module variable. I add a variable name like JavaScript. The name of this variable is app, and this one is a syntax of module angular dot module. The name of my module is attached with two things. First is with your app. The name of app is my app, and second one is a injector or scope injector. So here we will blank it, put it blank. So now we have a variable of app in which we will declare a module. So now I'm using this module. How I use this module? By attach a controller with this module. So the name of my controller is my control. Okay, you can write anything. It is a syntax. It is a part of your declaration. So you can write anything. And take it carefully. This controller can attach two things. One is controller, other one is function. Okay. In this function, inside this function, we attach a scope with $sign. Okay. Now, this scope can get all the information. What is the role of that scope? So before understand the scope, what is scope? So let me tell you what exactly the definition of this scope is. It is bind the part. It is binding in between view and controller. It is a binding in between view and controller. We can say it is the binding in between view is our HTML and controller is our JavaScript. So here you can think about what exactly the definition when you are face some interview. Then interviewer will ask what is module, what is controller. Then there is a very on what is the scope. So very basic definition. You will not tell about the scope of your C++. Scope is a binding in between view. What is my view? I'm not add here any view. View is the presentation of your code. It will explain what will be displayed in your application. We will not complete here our program, so I'm not complete my code here. So before complete this, let me add some details. Like I can attach, and when under this scope I can write I write the name, first name, like this. Okay, make it in proper way, like this. First name, So I can assign a first name, like I can assign a first name is Misco. Last name is equals to Havri. So here is a question: who is Misco Havri? So this great man is the inventor of AngularJs. So here is a question: like who is the inventor of AngularJS? Is Misco Havri. Okay, remember that. So with that scope, so again we are go to the definition of this scope is binding in between view and controller. So this scope can get the information of first name and last name and will populate this information in the whole app. Like if I put it here or I bind the value of here, like first name is equals to, like, how we can add this first name. There is an option to do that, like first name. Okay. There is a last name, last name. Okay. When we refresh it, it will not show the proper detail of that things. Let me counter what exactly the happened is why this will not show the first name and the last name. Okay, yeah, this one, because we will not attach any ng model with it. Okay, it is the view. Where is our view is our ng model. Okay, so we will show you the name of the first name is this and the last name is this. Okay, inside this controller it will show you the first name and the last name is Miss Kohli. Here we will cover our controller and all. Here we will cover our scope. Now we will discuss about the filters, like this. When I write this one, it will show you Misco. Like if I write some filters here, so these are the name of the filters, like this uppercase. All the letters are in uppercase. Okay, so these are the part of the filter. Thank you. Now in the second part, we will cover our events, inputs, form, HTTP, services, and REST API. Thank you.